one thing you want to see us play, watch, read, whatever it be.
Experience.
Yes, experience.
And
it could be like a movie, a book, a visual novel, an album. It could be anything.
So we picked out the top 3 most requested for each one of the members.
Last time we had 4, but it was a little long.
So
we're doing 3 this time.
We're doing 3 this time, and we basically have to consume whatever you asked us to for at least an hour.
Yep.
And we recorded our full reaction to everything, which you can head over to our Patreon. You will see our full reaction to everything you requested that we are about to talk about. If you want to see that for yourself, go to patreon.com/trashtaste. And some of these were, requests for multiple people to watch or play, and some of them were just for a single person.
So I think Gart and I shared one.
I shared one with Connor as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did I share one with you? I don't think so. Yeah.
So do we want to say which 3 things we had to watch? Consume?
Sure. So I had to play Elden Ring.
Okay.
I had to watch SpongeBob for the first time.
Oh yeah, you never watched SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I had to read Oyasumi Punpun.
Right.
What about you, Joe?
I had to also play Elden Ring.
Yes.
I had to watch the remaining, I guess, 2 episodes of Arcane because I only watched the first episode.
Yes.
So
So
I
you had
watched
to watch
up to
basically
episode 3.
the first arc.
I did the 3 episode test for
yeah.
Arcane, and also the 3 episode test for Jujutsu Kaisen season 2.
Oh, okay.
What about you, Con?
I had Oyasumi Punpun.
Yep.
Like Gant. I had Fire Punch. And I also had Persona 5.
That sounds like a great weekend. What the fuck?
That's an amazing weekend.
Well, I have my thoughts, but let's start with Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring.
You want
would
to
be
start with Elden Ring?
Because
Wow, it's Tokyo server.
How long did you play for?
Okay, so first off, so I didn't actually record my reaction to it. The first time I streamed it, I played for 7 hours, and I don't think I spent a lot of it. Okay. So
hello guys.
What was your
Hello guys.
I played.
Guys, do you hear me?
An hour. So mine is split up into 2 parts here. Because,
hello, do you hear me?
I
do you
had
hear
it
me?
on my PS5 for the longest time.
Yes,
but
I do.
I guess there's a part of the game you can't access until the full game gets downloaded. And for some reason, my PS5 just shit itself trying to download this game. So I did like the tutorial.
Хуй знает, короче, как сказать. Мне тут не говорят на этом английском.
I think this game deserves all the praise and flowers it gets, right?
Yeah.
It looks sick as fuck.
Be clear, plant the
world
bomb.
is so fucking cool. But here's one massive problem.
Yeah.
I am not a gamer. If you guys
I'm
go
alone.
on Patreon, it is 1 hour of
Kitchen.
because I just couldn't play this game. It's like playing this game has made me realize I am not built for gameplay. I do not know how to play this game.
B, what are you doing?
Like I was struggling to play this game.
So did you die during the tutorial?
Plan.
See, what even is the tutorial?
Defusing. Fuck you.
No, so if you go back to, did you drop down the...
Blue, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, I did. That's
Он
русский,
блядь.
Yeah,
Русский, блядь, сука, билет, иди нахуй, давай.
The guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been here.
Did you die at all?
I died once.
Да просто не говорите, кто вы такие, поэтому не знаю, на каком говорить.
Alright.
Yeah. But yeah, so I beat this guy.
Yeah.
But then once I actually, got into the actual game, I don't know, I just struggled to play the game. I died so many times, it wasn't even funny.
That's the point, Joe.
I know. But like, so I was like, okay, am I just...
Whenever I play a JRPG, I never lose a fight. I'm like, why really do Gaga can do this?
Right.
Like, I should be having to stop, rethink my team, and like plan around.
Okay, but I think here's
whole point is, like,
the biggest thing, right? I hate games that stress me out.
Okay.
They stress me the fuck out. Just because, like, I wish like playing this discipline Not because the game was disappointing. I was disappointed at myself.
In myself.
And how fucking terrible I was at this game. I wish I was good at this game.
But that's the whole point of the game. You start off
Right.
terrible, Joey.
Yeah.
Everyone starts off
But here's the
trash.
thing. I play games to relax, not to stress out.
For me, that is relaxing.
It's the complete opposite thing.
So let me say my. Have you ever played any like Souls?
Yeah, so here's the other thing, right?
Nice flash, bro.
I've beaten Bloodborne.
Пушьте, не стойте, главное.
I know, so I thought like, oh, okay, it can't be that much harder, right?
Заходите, внизу, он внизу.
Or either that, or since Bloodborne came out to now, my gamer skills have just fucking continued. How old?
Внизу, прям на машине, прямо.
I don't know.
It was I played it.
Okay, because I've heard from many veterans that Bloodborne is actually a much. Really?
Yeah.
Normally when a Souls veteran talks about Bloodborne, it's a much more faster paced game.
Yeah,
Why
but
you
that's
go
the thing.
away,
I've heard
bro?
like it's easier than a lot of Souls games because with a lot of Souls games you have to be patient with the combat, whereas with Bloodborne
Yeah,
it almost
nice.
encourages you to just.
Ты бы лучше сказал шатап, типа.
My
Пацан,
own
играть
experience
учится,
with
ебись.
Souls-like games is I played ages ago. Didn't
Не, это понятно, но все равно надо же как-то больше в команде
I
действовать, а не
like
одному.
them. So I knew like the
You're a
basic
noob, блядь.
mechanics, which a lot of
Что несет?
which is like, oh,
тебя
you've got a
выкинем,
roll with, like, you have
Да не
right
надо
frame,
никого
roll,
кикать.
and then you block, and then you can like circle around the enemy and so.
Просто
So I
работайте
came
в
into
команде и
this
все.
thinking, I play Dark Souls. I know the kind of the basics, right? And I fell for the.
Там снайпер будет, поэтому пробегите кто-нибудь за коробки.
Ебать,
Did
я
you
лучше
fight
считать, что он больше,
massive
чем у вас.
golden horse
Like that, блядь.
right as you go out of the game?
А
No,
кон
I
есть.
saw that guy and I
Минус
was
кон.
like, nah. But instead,
Капец,
what
мне
I
пингует,
did
ребятки,
was
я,
I
короче,
listened
пока
to
стою.
the first NPC that you meet once you go out, and it's like follow the Grace's light, and I was like, oh, okay, it's going towards this gate looking thing. I'll go to the gate. I go to the gate, and I was like, oh, there's like 6 or 7 dudes here. I'll take him out one by one. And then before I know it,
Так,
giant wave
голубой,
just
ой,
goes
блядь,
up, and I
желтый,
was like,
уйди, желтый, уйди.
Да, блядь, они уже там.
no, I know.
Желтый зайди на плент, я лучше буду контролить его. Оранжевый, ой, блядь, зеленый тоже
I get
иди на
too
плент.
stressed out. It breaks my heart. I want it. I do.
Cannot.
Хорошо.
But in saying that, I fucking love everything about this game. It's just a me problem. You played. Yeah, you can do a more succinct review.
Okay. So my experience with Elden Ring is I streamed it for the first time, played it for 7 hours. 5 of those
Да блин,
hours
что тебе
on
надо?
one fucking
Oh, really?
No,
5
bro.
hours on the tree stand.
Purple, go
Did
friends.
you actually?
Блин, как надо сказать, go to friend, я не знаю.
See,
Yeah, okay.
it's
Wait.
It's a rite of passage.
I feel like it is
Oi-oi-oi!
because I knew that everything about the game was screaming to me. You are not meant to fight this guy right now.
Oh yeah.
But
Nice.
something in me just kept, and this might be my downfall with Elden Ring. Something in me just kept going, I'm a bitch. I ain't no bitch.
That's the best. My opinion is fighting those bosses, you're not.
Yeah. So I actually have like.
А зеленый пацан справа надо будет обходить.
Yellow, you have the bomb.
Они обходят.
I've now put about 30 hours into it. I've played a bit.
Behind.
In one week.
Goddamn.
Я тебе
I got
смог
a bit
кину.
addicted, guys. Not gonna lie. I got a bit. So what happened? is I did. And
Mid.
stream
2 mid.
was beating,
One window,
beating
one connector.
the first horse guy. The second stream was the first boss. and
One
this is
connector.
the area
Okay,
of
okay.
the second major boss. Because there's a lot of bosses. in
Я
Elden
окно
Ring,
смотрю.
but there are a few bosses that are like unique.
Давайте продвигаемся.
Mandatory.
God slain.
Yeah. And
Go away, guys, go away.
you can see
Short.
the exact moment when I was doing this.
Short.
How
AWP.
long did it take you to
Шорт
Green,
ОВП.
short.
the first major boss in the game?
What the fuck?
Плент каленые.
Say it
Go
was
B.
my
Fast.
Фас, время.
No.
Черт, ну не успели.
Yeah.
No, you don't have time. Lose.
I don't know, my head, because you see
Yeah.
the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Everything.
Но это уже лучше было.
It's never an armor issue. Like
Yeah.
it's always a skill issue, and I always try to think about that. When I was in it. I was like, it's not that I don't have the tools; it's that I just didn't have the skill.
Yeah, I just didn't have the skill.
Yeah, I would always maybe a lot of the time I was running suboptimal.
Yeah.
Okay, I accept you, bro.
Game, I ran strength build.
Что я вижу?
Got sword.
Блядь, иди нахуй.
And then I swapped to like.
Смока. Purple.
So I feel like the bosses are just not fun now.
Yeah, because I had a similar
sorry.
experience
Push.
to that, where I fucking struggled. Because I basically just like speed ran, didn't do any exploring.
Кон я не видел, пушьте Б. Кон двое, уходите
I
отсюда.
spent most of my time exploring because I was just like, if I go
Зеленый, запрыгни в окно.
See, I kind of realized I think I just want a boss rush.
Nice try.
Because what happened is I beat the first boss and I had this like awakening in me because
тебя
I,
позиция хорошо
the general
ушел
strat was to basically, whenever an enemy attacks, you learn their attack patterns, then you time the dodges, and you have like punish windows to get some of your own attacks in. And I'm like, I feel like I can parry this.
Кон, окно
I feel
и
like
шорт.
I don't know. I feel like I can do this with parrying. And like my first like hour or two of like attempting this boss, even though I had like the samurai build, which was apparently not even like a parry build or whatever, I just like banged my head against the wall.
Чекай.
And I was like, no, you don't understand. When I'm gonna have that fucking Naruto moment where I figure out parry, and that's gonna be the fucking one. And then the exact moment.
It's like when you learn to perfect guard in Smash.
Yeah.
It's just like, ooh, okay, there it is.
And then I just like after about like an hour or so, or like an hour and a half of just banging my head
так
against
переводится,
the
что
wall, I
ты
just felt
говоришь.
something click. And can you type up?
Короче, пушим просто бегите на, пушим я сам. Это единственный способ
Yeah,
победы.
see, that's the thing, right? It's like I feel like with a little bit more time and dedication, I might
Ну что за бархатный смог?
Yeah.
me after
Быстро, мне помощь нужна. Здесь. Он здесь. Ну добейте вы его, ну где помощь? Зачем такие вы скидаете это в яму? Вы только наших сблокили.
So
It's just like 6 hours.
yeah. So I had this moment where
На, блядь.
I think it's right, where you just like kind of enter the flow state. And I
Было,
remember-
конечно,
I
круто, но
remember the
просто
feeling,
вы
here
смоки
we
не
go.
туда
I
кинули, мы
parry
не
him,
смогли
and I'm
пройти.
just like, and you get the crit down, and you are on a high.
the sparkle in his eye.
Yeah. You're on a high. Wait. He keeps. It was literally that Naruto moment where
You also
I do it
got-
again.
Oh!
I do it again, and then I do it again.
Можно повторить, только в этот раз
locked in,
бегите,
dude.
And then
кстати, смоки
the fucking
в
rush that
упорники
gave me was like unbelievable.
You're also like dodging into him.
Yeah.
It takes a long.
Бля,
Yeah.
здесь стоит нахер.
That was gamer shit.
Did you do that intentionally?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because okay, you don't understand. I had been trying this. Yeah, this was like 43 minutes into the stream, and this is like the second stream. So I was just banging my head against the wall, going like, "No, chat, you don't understand. I can do it. I can parry him.
crazy.
I can parry him." And this was the run where I managed to beat him as well. Like that like awoke something in me. It's going for a parry build now. It's like it's the fucking.
That's like the hardest way to
That
play
is the
game.
hardest. I'm saying it right now.
Вот
It is
пушу зеленый.
like the.
Справа, поздно убежал он тебя.
Gut spills.
When the gut spills.
Every time I got
Pushing.
Yeah. Something that I found like I wouldn't say like a problem, but I definitely made some parts of it like less fun. So I got to the second boss, right? I stopped the stream because I was like, okay, we'll do the next boss on the next run. But like, I was like addicted to the game, so I was like, I'll do a bit of
Exploring.
I'll do a bit of exploring off stream, and I ended up doing a lot of exploring off stream. And so what happened is
Lose fast, guys. Lose fast.
I think I just ended up being over fucking leveled for the second boss.
Sorry, my friend.
And
Yeah, it can happen.
yeah. So this is me not
You
trying to.
unintentionally.
Where are you
Yeah,
from?
I unintentionally grinded by
I'm from
just exploring and
Tunisia.
exploring the world and unintentionally like just leveling up.
But I live
And
in
then
Japan.
I was like, fuck, I just tried doing the second boss.
Подожди-ка, Japan.
And it just didn't give me that same satisfaction.
Эй! До
Because
Ливеровска.
by exploring, I had unintentionally made it easier for myself, right? And the exploring was fun, but not as fun as that for me. And then that's when I realized I think instead of like the exploring, like I like
Purple,
the thing I
purple.
liked about the bosses
Продвижение.
or the
Go,
boss
go,
rush
go.
game is that it's mostly just like you don't have an opportunity to make the game easier for yourself. It's just this is the difficulty level, and this defeats that difficulty level, right? And with Elden Ring, it's great because there's so many different builds, so many different ways to make it easier. There's different spells, different abilities, and then at that point you are
Задамажил шорт.
imposing difficulty on yourself. You're like, okay, this time I'm not going to do a summon run. Okay, I'm going to do a strength build for this. Okay,
Yeah, you put it on yourself. That's
yeah.
fine.
So you put it
Шорт
on
уже
yourself.
нету,
And
пробегай, бьем.
that for
Беги
me,
просто в нее.
that aspect of
Lose
that
fast.
aspect of Elden Ring is actually
Lose
that's
fast.
appealing because I would rather like, you know, thinking about it, I'd probably enjoy Sekiro more. I think now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's literally a game about.
Yes.
Yeah. So one is literally a game about parrying. Two,
That's weeb shit.
I've heard there's like less
Hey, no.
broken.
Пробегаю,
builds
тебя
in,
спалю,
like,
тебя сейчас
Just
Sekiro
peek it.
than there is.
So
Speaking.
I need to finish it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I you know, to do.
Вот, короче, тут вот в апартах лучше не сидеть, потому что когда ты остаешься один, они тебя просто зажмут, там ты никак не выйдешь.
You guys should know by now who these lovely people are, but if you don't, let me catch you up to speed. Sakura is a
Это не русская песня,
supports
ёпта.
local Japanese snack makers, each box coming with 20 traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snacks, including
Бро,
Japanese
бро,
foods and a special Japanese
Real
flavor. The
Russian
thing about
song
Sakura is that
это...
these aren't just snacks that you find every day at your local
Ой, блядь, я не знаю. Не-не-не, не Катюша, не Катюша.
parts of the
Oh, yeah, Aizen, being Alpha.
prefecture witnessed a massive earthquake.
I don't think
And the livelihoods. So for this month, Sakuraka has teamed up with the
Oppenheim.
Iowa prefect
Эй!
I don't think that's enough.
Посидеть дальше, я не знаю.
prefecture and the ongoing For example, we have this
Я ангел, я вас и благородство игры не Что? Я 88 нанес, хотя я ни одного выстрела не сделал, ладно.
And you can pair all of that with this month's tea pairing, the Ishikawa Bocha tea, as well as this month's tableware, a beautiful
Мой
pair
Молотов
of
вас
Osaka
спас,
chopsticks.
и
Each box,
благородство
of
играть
course,
не
comes
стану.
with its own cultural booklet that
Дальше вы
gives you
как-то
all sorts of
сами.
information about the snacks inside, as well as other important stuff like allergen information. All of that and a whole lot more is waiting for you guys with Sakurako. So what are you waiting for? Hit the link down in the description below and use our code. Give yourself a little bit of a discount at checkout. Head to Sakurako, that's SAKURA.co, and use code TRASHTASTE at checkout to get $5 off of your first Sakurako order. Back to the episode.
I don't know if I enjoy exploring the open world as much as
Short.
other games. Because Joe's right.
Oh, big
It's
guys.
It is stressful.
Looks
Yeah,
clear.
I look back at my time, so I don't know how many hours I put in total, but it's definitely like.
Отвлеките этот...
And I
Opа.
definitely loved every hour
Есть.
because I would play
Yeah.
for 15
Чё,
hours.
в окне
Yeah.
кто-нибудь есть?
But like, I think because the exploration.
Они все на Б ушли, переходим.
After the first couple of hours or so.
А вот Б маркет будет кичен. Кичен еще есть.
Yeah.
fucking sick. And you like, never would have found that.
Don't push,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
push.
Just hand it to you, and you're like, alright, I'm gonna go back and kill us.
Yeah, and I think that's the best part of the Elden Ring and like the kind of like exploration and the magic of discovering something.
Блин, don't peek, don't
The
peek.
world is just so fucking
Ребята, вы что делаете?
Like, I really enjoyed this.
EVP.
I was like, I just want to see.
Damn.
Yeah.
I could
You will
I
do
could see here and try and kill
Yeah, I buy EVP. 大丈夫です。
Yeah.
but I was like, nah, I just want to see more of the world.
Negative.
Yeah, the thing that I
I
personally
will take them.
don't
Hey, go B,
you know,
guys.
gel
Go B, go
with
B.
in that aspect is the idea that basically
Wow.
Атакуем точку Д.
Yeah.
even if it's just like a NPC guy, you know. Because when I'm exploring the open world, I always feel like I have this anxiety in me. You know what I mean? Especially
It'll go.
Блин, ну как я промазал?
okay, because I have not been able to play this game more than like, aside from like if I'm doing a boss. more than, like,
Отходите,
4 hours,
отходите,
because
я
one
запушу
word is
сейчас.
like mentally taxing for
so
me.
stressful.
'Cause,
Берку,
like
go
with
back,
the
go
boss,
back.
I'm like, okay, I'm doing the same thing over and over. I just need to do one activity. I'm locked in. But with exploring the open world, it's almost like I'm playing
No!
Зеленый, посмотрите,
I
пожалуйста.
think it is.
No, I totally get that because I had that moment where I was like, all right, you know what? Thing, I'm just gonna go explore what's around this game. And find this little cave. And I'm like, I'm sick.
Чек Сити, чек
I want to see
Сити.
what's in here. You know,
City,
there might be
maybe,
something
city.
cool. Immediately get bored by
City
3
spawn.
wolves. And I'm just like, oh, cool.
I mean, it's just a skill.
It is a skill there.
No,
it is,
the
it
way-
is.
I mean, I feel pretty comfortable because bonfires are pretty regular.
Yeah.
Right.
So you kind of
Hey,
get a very
Blue, why you
comfortable way
look
of mapping the
behind
world.
Palace?
Yeah.
It's
I know
fucking A,
it's
bro.
the okay. I wouldn't have so much anxiety if I don't know if it's something in me, but the whole
Yeah,
mechanic
he say
where you
blast
lose
round.
the souls or the runes.
Уходим,
that
уходим,
you
go back, go back, go back.
that gives me
Уходите,
so much
уходите, головой беги, просто
So I'm just
убегай.
like, what if I go
Надо,
somewhere that's really hard to get the runes back?
I don't
And even
Хорошо
if it's just
сыграли.
like
Nice,
a
nice.
thousand, that's once that number starts building up, the anxiety starts building up.
Yeah.
And I do
move
not like
up.
that feeling. I don't like that
But I
feeling.
guess that's like a mechanic.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
Normally,
mechanic.
normally it
B.
scales decently
Dina.
well with the area, so you
I'm
will
a shot.
normally, you know, not have to worry about it too often.
B,
Yeah.
I found, because I can't recall me ever worrying about it, so I guess it
Idiot.
wasn't that big of a deal when I played.
Yeah.
Не говори так.
That's my like number one anxiety playing
You'll,
this
you'll
game.
get plenty. You'll get plenty. You'll get plenty.
I'm like, what if I lose all
And
these
then, like
runes?
later on, you'll find areas where you're like, I can get a fuck ton if I go here.
Okay.
Опа,
But
это...
yeah, I mean, aside from that, I
Хотя они могут, да-да-да.
obviously like, addicted to the
Still
game.
haven't really been to see it. 3 days straight to do it.
Yeah,
Like 3 days in a row.
yeah, exactly. Because I think I'm gonna, you know, I'll stream this when I feel like it, but I definitely don't think I want to
Там
see
еще один
the
скинодрочер.
moment of the game, just
Yeah.
because, especially.
Immerse yourself.
I feel like I lose a lot when I'm on stream, especially when I'm exploring the open
Он
world.
уходит в
When
погоню.
I'm just like banging my head against the boss, I fucking love it. It's just I don't know why.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Because you can see the improvements.
Yeah,
Every
exactly.
time you get his health bar a little lower than last time, I'm getting
Yeah.
my anime power.
Yeah, because I don't know what strat that you use to kill the tree sentinel, but like on my final run, I went full like regression mode, and I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to do for the next like. I was calling it out. All right, chat. Here's what he's gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, and I was doing like a live like playthrough of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is weird. This is weird, but I could actually like tell the flow state that I was in.
Right.
And
You're locked in, bro.
Yeah.
I think for most Elden Ring players as well, like people watching, the people get into it, that is maybe one of the first.
Yeah.
Сейчас я тебе помогу.
Yeah. There's one part
Killy.
that I regret not streaming for, because exploring the world, there are obviously like different bosses and like holy shit moments. And I guess this is like a slight spoiler if you want to go to Elden Ring completely blind. Joey, I'm sure you're blind. Some of the traps where like
Oh yeah.
I had this moment where they sent me to like the end game area by accident, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
"Holy
У меня еще.
shit, where the fuck am I?"
Actually, you're so active.
Yeah.
Мне нужна помощь. Би-би-би.
Because I got sent to, like the. I got sent
Ёбаный
to the-
пинг, ненавижу эту игру.
B,
I got sent to that, and just seeing like the tree up close, I was like, I should not be here right now. And then just going to like the map and just zooming out and just fucking feeling yourself. Just how massive this game map is.
Push orange. Блять, оранжевый. Ой, блин, зеленый.
Defuse the fucking bomb,
I
bro.
mean, it is a without a doubt. It's a lot to get into.
It is a lot, and I'm scared for my free time.
It's okay. I mean, like maybe 50 more hours of your life.
That's fine. Did you use summons at all, by the way?
Okay, so that was
Get in,
one
I
fight.
need drop. You can drop me my M4.
You'll know which fight when you get to it. I had to. I
Thank
couldn't
you.
do it.
Was it too hard?
Yeah, I put like 12 hours into it.
In one fight?
One fight.
Oh shit.
Remember,
Was it
this isn't the killer house anymore. This is real life.
Okay.
The fight you're thinking about, but that's not the last one.
Okay.
Flashbang.
Oh shit. Okay. So, Joey,
Flashbang.
which? Okay, is this like? So you played Bloodborne, and I'm surprised you completed that compared to.
He's not a gamer anymore.
Throwing fire.
I just lost
I
it.
think
Did you enjoy Bloodborne?
30, he changed.
I did enjoy Bloodborne because like before I played Bloodborne, I played Dark Souls 1. That's what I enjoyed. In my 20s, in my youth. And the one thing,
Middle есть.
I think the one problem
Я так понимаю,
I have
несколько.
with the gameplay of Dark Souls that I have with Bloodborne is again like it's this idea
Да-да-да,
of you have
несколько.
to be patient in fights.
Throwing fire.
And like
Еще двое
always
middle.
very much been the kind of person where I just don't care. It's just like if I get hit, then I get
сторон
hit,
просто
but I
пошли.
can like grit my teeth and
Middle
get through
все.
it as long as I'm just kind of
Throwing
constantly
flashbang.
I suck so much. At
I will admit there
What's that? And it's that.
you have to wait so long. Like sometimes like 30, 40 seconds for a window to do any damage.
Yeah.
I
Safely.
suck at
And I'm
fights
like,
that.
that is just not fun.
Why are we
Yeah,
hot?
I understand you're trying to make it difficult.
Everyone
but that to me is
disconnect.
anti-fun.
Need to also tap.
Like, I want to get in.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't get to the first boss, because the first boss,
What
the
does...
first major boss of the game, I swear to some of his attacks, the hard thing about that boss is that his timing is
Why?
so weird.
Yeah.
Because his attacks
Why
are so
do
slow.
same
Sometimes
time?
he'll like slice you really fast.
Yeah.
And the next fight, the next attack will
У
go.
нас двоих нету.
And then like,
Oh,
Like
yeah,
some
that's-
attacks are like
I
instant, and
can't
some
do that.
attacks take 5 business days to like
Yeah, that's
complete.
true.
And
See, that just sounds stressful. I don't want to do that.
I don't know what it is for games like this. Like that level of stress is where I derive the enjoyment.
Ruski?
Like the part where I have to be like,
Кто?
if I'm in a game, I'm like this.
Ruski?
And when I have to go like this, I'm like, okay.
Why?
That's when I'm
Right.
like, that's when the game is good. For
What
me.
does you
right?
want?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like games like that.
Whereas like,
I
but
love
it has to be like
Rus-
fair. Like,
Russia.
so it's like a fighting
I
game,
love-
for example. I'll be like, what the
Украина.
fuck?
Украина.
О,
Снова
Украина!
поперлась на
Yeah, that's why I don't like fighting games.
коня.
And I'm like, that's
Как
not fun because there was.
зашибут, да
I didn't even know.
баранки,
that's also a
да.
skill issue.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Этим
But
русским
like, there's
миром
no, at
бренда
least with
се.
like, other games.
I hate
like Elden Ring, I
Zelensky.
think there are
Damn
paths that are
it.
very violent.
I will.
I'm
I will
from
be-
Russia.
Games, I feel like they're a lot. Especially if you play online.
Yeah.
You get fucking crushed.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah, it will be political.
You have to like. You're like, all right, VOD analysis. All right, can
I
I get a
am
block,
from
low block,
Tunisia.
Frame by frame
Yeah.
analysis. Yeah.
I think it's like there's a lot more.
America.
It's a lot more involved.
No, I am-
Like, it's
I-
not, not intuitive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I will fully
America
admit
is not-
on camera,
Maybe it is.
I
Maybe it is.
You know
just
that.
do not have the skill to play this game. I
Ты прям
wish I
за
did.
патриот какой-то.
And which
Yeah.
is why I'm fucking disappointed in myself because I love everything that about the game,
Желтый-желтый.
I mean, I
but
think
I
my-
just don't derive enjoyment out of playing games like this.
I think my enjoyment from Elden Ring is just going to be doing the
Come
main
on,
story
guys,
quest.
why we
Uh,
do it like this?
People hated the ending I got. So.
I'm a
really?
simple.
Yeah, because like in terms of like open
I
worlds, I really
win
like got sucked into.
to
I don't see Elden Ring,
Chernobyl.
being more magical to me than
Chernobyl.
Breath of the Wild or
don't know,
something like that.
maybe- I don't
Because
know.
like,
Что?
like I said, it's just too stressful. for me.
Какой
I
черт
know.
ты?
Maybe there'll be some
I
areas
know,
you'll like.
I know, Chernobyl.
This is good. There's some really stunning areas.
Okay,
I think you
okay.
might.
I'm sure, yeah.
Там
I think right now.
Yeah. And I'm still like feeling every fucking death. And you know. Yeah, like I said,
Don't shoot me,
the boss
da, da,
fights,
da, da,
I'm just
da,
like, this is magical gaming. The exploration, I'm like, this is also amazing, but I feel like playing a horror game, and I am anxiety through the roof. I don't want. I'm like, I want to see, but also I don't want to see.
Yeah.
It's stressful. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So game of the year, game
Yeah.
of the nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
just not for me.
I'm going to continue. Did you
Come
choose
on, guys.
I was close to, but I was like, nah, Gun's probably gonna pick that.
Fuck yeah.
Why are you playing CSGO? I go play Rust.
The first one, the default one.
The default one.
Okay.
Purple.
What, the Vanguard? Whatever
You
the fuck's
hate
called. I
Zelensky?
call myself
Yes.
Duke.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be fun.
Who did you start off as, Connor?
Samurai.
Samurai?
Yeah.
I hate
Okay.
Zelensky. I hate Trump.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
tempted. I was like,
I
that would be
hate
kind of
America.
high.
And then I realized the
I
bleed
hate
is pretty
France.
OP.
Yeah, the bleed actually got me through the first Sentinel fight.
Yeah, the bleed is
Gear up.
very, very.
We're going in.
I'm hate
The moment I got that
pidorasy.
sword,
Yeah.
Incendiary out.
I'm hate pidorasy.
What would you say is the most fun at
Bularasia.
Deploying flashbang.
build?
Dude, I'm my favorite because you got to see like the bosses buckle when you slam like because there's like a jump attack you can do. And some the boss would like buckle down. Yeah, you feel so fucking cold
You feel like Gus.
because you're tiny and then you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, if I slam him a couple more times, I'll get a chance to like do the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Pretty good. And then when you get that, it just feels like godlike.
Yeah.
And parrying is out of the win. You could not parry with that build because you would go like, "It's a nice ball."
I think I'm going to just commit to parry.
That's cool. Parrying's Giga Chat.
I think that's my thing, but my death counter is like crying.
Yeah, I tried to parry a couple of times. I'm just like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's like some bosses that are definitely harder than others. And I think
Yeah.
that's a beautiful thing about the game is that like if you go a mage build, certain bosses, ones that are
Let's
good at
have
close
at
distance,
me.
are pretty good. Yes, maybe.
Тяжело без хорошего оружия.
Bosses that constantly fucking run on stage. And God damn it. I need to stand still for 15 seconds for me to get
Yeah.
like, you know, so there's a lot of
Check my do.
approach that fight, and it's like a totally different fight.
Yeah, because I'm like, every boss I fight, I'm like, please be a humanoid character. Because every time I come up against like a giant creature or something, my build is like
Oh, there's a couple of
useless.
bosses I don't even think there are parries.
No.
Yeah.
It's like if it's like a creature, probably not parryable.
Yeah.
If it's a two-handed weapon, probably not parryable either.
Yeah, it's
So
not a lot of
I'm just
parrying.
like, just give me a guy with a sword and shield.
Yeah, but some of the most important fights are humanoids.
yeah, yeah.
Speaking of video games.
Yeah.
Persona 5.
Dude, you had an hour to play Persona 5?
Yeah, so I didn't even.
You didn't even get past the tutorial.
I don't think so.
Bro.
I'll tell you exactly where I got up to. I got up to the first it was the school had been turned into a castle, and the teacher.
Kamoshida?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kamoshita
okay,
was
okay.
like in his underwear.
Nice, good job.
Oh, you did get past the tutorial.
Oh, is that? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just got my persona.
Oh, yeah. So you're at the beginning of level 1.
Yeah.
So you just got past the tutorial.
That is the Persona
That's the
experience
Persona
in a
experience.
I
nutshell.
will say, I touched the controller like 3 times in that hour.
Remember,
I want to be honest.
This
like,
is bandit
the
country.
game,
Shoot
the first hour, I was sitting there and I was like, there's got to be a better way to like introduce this game than to just basically like annoying text.
Well,
Here's a lot
Похоже,
of
Б.
text, I was like, oh my god, come on.
well, here's the secret. Just
Yeah, I realized this.
It's a
and I
visual.
was like, and then, so the first
B,
hour
B,
of
B.
the game,
D plan, D plan.
scene where you're being chased and you get caught, take you to the interrogation room, very attractive woman interrogates us, and then, and then it's like, you're probably wondering how I got here. Doodle. You know, that,
Yeah.
And then and then, you know, we pushed a guy over who was harassing a woman. We go to jail.
У нас людей нету, мы все равно просим.
Terrorists win.
And the whole time, I will say, the parts when I got most frustrated is when it was like, go to the house in the first hour. And I was like, why? You've given me 19 cutscenes up until this point. Why are you making me walk around to someone's door? Just do it. Just do it. You know you want to do it.
Well, because they have to give you a game to play.
It was like literally go straight, then turn right. And it was like, all right, now cutscene. Fucking cutscene this shit. egregious part of this game, and I don't know if it gets worse. You have to be kidding me.
Yeah.
I go to the train station.
Yeah.
And then I get cool. So then I get
Oh, you got to Shibuya?
No. It was
Low HP, low HP.
Shibuya, somewhere else. It was like changed to the Ginza line.
No, it's Shibuya.
Oh,
All
okay.
low
Yeah.
HP.
What the fuck?
It's a one-to-one recreation of Shibuya.
Is it
station.
Shibuya or Shinjuku?
It's Shibuya.
Shibuya,
Okay,
Shibuya.
okay.
And I was like,
Right.
what? I was like, you want me to change train?
Yep.
And I was like, okay, well, I guess I know how to do that. I live in Japan. And I was like following the signs to the Ginza thing. And then it randomly just stopped. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I tried to go where it's the Ginza line. Like,
Terrorists win.
what the fuck is this? It's like, find another way around. I was like, what? And so I spent like 5 minutes trying to find the other way around. And I was like, who is this for?
That's the Persona experience. If the Persona
And I
experience.
realized this is for people who just like, this is like a soft pilling people.
This is
on
not
wanting
fair,
to move
bro.
to Japan.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
it
all-
totally
Let's
works.
go.
It totally works.
That's
I
win,
remember.
That's all it is, I feel like.
Yeah.
I was sitting there, I was like, you would
1,000,000%.
there's no way you would think this is cool that you could change trains and do all this dumb shit unless you like dreamed about your life in Japan.
Bro, yeah, and it, you know what? It totally fucking works. Because I remember the first time I went to Japan on holiday, I just walked around town, put on the Persona music, and I was like, this is the greatest
Okay, the
experience
music,
I've ever.
fucking phenomenal.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Menus, phenomenal. That
Yeah.
shit runs so good on PC.
Under.
It's the most beautiful.
City spawn.
But I imagine it
great
runs
on
better.
PS5.
City spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Это спал, они не знаю,
Not
как
much
еще
to
сказать.
say, but I couldn't believe they made me change the trains.
Also, you getting lost in
Those
the
facts.
station is the most pivotal Persona moment. Everyone goes through
What's
this.
crazy that I've literally know where the Ginza line is.
Yeah.
And I've built
You
it.
think you do?
Yeah.
And, like, it doesn't look like that now.
That's the.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Nice.
because when we first visited, I think 2000,
Push, push,
no,
push.
when we visited in 2017,
That's what it looks like.
which is what it looked like. And then
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really done.
GG, good game.
Yeah, good game.
I know exactly where the Ginza line
I
is.
know where to go, guys. Don't worry about it.
And obviously, like, yeah, they
Finally.
updated the Ginza line for the Olympics.
Yeah.
I have a
Very
drop.
different, and I think much easier to get to.
Never mind, I need to do one more
And they have
game.
that big outside area where
How
you
much
get to
XP?
really,
Yeah.
but yeah, I
How
was
much
like,
XP?
why? I was like, why have you done this? Like, this is weird.
How much
Like,
XP?
yeah, you could do that,
300,
but what
I can
purpose
play
does it
that
serve?
much.
Immersion.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
It's
But
immersion.
it was not fun. I don't like doing that in real life.
That's because you have to do it in real life. You
Yeah.
know? That's
Why
because,
would I like it
That's
in the
because
game?
you've already been Japan pilled, so you
Yeah.
already
You've already been
had that
in
experience.
It's crazy though, like how they have like this cool combat system, and
Yeah.
they constantly just wouldn't let me do it because they were like, "No, you have to
What
go
the
and
fuck?
talk to the old man." And I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Why am I doing that?" You know, and he's a cool character.
Yeah, because a Persona is half RPG, half visual novel.
Nah, it's more visual novel.
Well, you didn't get
Well,
to the
you
RPG.
didn't get to the
True,
RPG
true.
Yeah, yeah,
section,
yeah.
But like, it did feel like when I was playing it, I was like, yeah, you would only like this is like a. I was trying to think like who this was for because I was like, this is such a weird mix of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very, very popular and loved. And I was like, man, I just feel like this is hard to get into.
Yeah. It's for people who love it.
What the?
Yeah.
And
I
if
love
you
the-
don't love either one, then I feel like you don't like visual novels.
But visual novels are really
Yeah.
good.
So I think that's why.
I feel like, okay, so
I mean, it was expected to be honest.
yeah. Because I feel like to truly get into like the gameplay loop, you need to play Persona for at least like.
Bro,
I said that on the recording. I said like,
Yeah.
look, I was playing for 1 hour. I feel like that's the kind of the
what?
Final Fantasy.
These are not real people, bro.
Yeah.
The first Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's not good, and I said that like, look.
Yeah, those are not real people.
Not only do I have a bad impression of Persona cemented, because I think it was boring for an hour. Like any Final Fantasy game, including the 3 I've played in live.
I
Yeah.
feel
So like,
like
if I'd had 5 hours,
Yeah.
it might have been a different story.
I feel like if you had at least finished that Persona package that you can get.
Because like,
This episode is sponsored by Shopify. Well, I love the clothing brand. We sell Instagram, and that's I always had for the clothing brand. But when we started off, I was like, how do you do e-commerce? How does people Shopify was there.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 planet. And they're not so secret with Shopify. Boost conversions up to 50%. That's why Joey has a successful business.
That means way less carts going abandoned and way less. So if you're Instagram your business or e-commerce business, you better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in the store, in their feed, and everywhere. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify.
So what are you waiting for?
There's
Upgrade
like
your
3
business and get
people
the
in
same checkout. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at Shopify.com/trash, all lowercase. Go to Shopify.com/trash to upgrade your setup today. That's go to Shopify.com/trash. The dialogue initially, I felt like was inconsequential. The dialogue trees. Like I felt like
some of them are just there. Some of them are just memes.
And I'm like, just play the dialogue. Don't give me. I hate fake choices in video games.
Yeah.
So I feel
But here's the thing that with Persona, if you play it for long enough, some of them do have actual remarkable
Right.
decisions.
Yeah.
also,
So it's conditioning you to be like, every choice is important.
I don't know if I'm crazy. Spending 1 hour.
He is boring.
He is so boring.
Yeah, he's boring.
Yeah.
I would rather than just like.
Actually, you can say that about most
I can't think
Then
because they're just
it's,
making like a blank slate.
Yeah. But I would rather the most jarring was that voice acting, but my character. Yeah, I know, and I was like, this is just jarring because it's like a one-way conversation with a fucking wall. And also,
These are just good bits. It's not real people, though.
voice on.
Yeah. Which one?
With some of the characters, like the fucking goblin dude. Goblin dude? And then you go to Dream World.
Oh! The Goblin.
Eagle.
Like, how did you know?
His voice changed over the years. The super...
Yeah, it doesn't sound one.
I don't
inch of
have
how
a
he
keyboard
Because in
for
Persona 3,
that. For the thing.
very like, yeah, like he was literally like,
When I saw him, I was like, oh, that's how it sounds. Then he just goes like, the
Goblin Man.
what the fuck? Those are the voices that I thought, oh, surprisingly, I don't like the Jack. Oh, like, but the coffee shop man, I loved his voice.
Oh yeah.
He was a great character.
He's the goat.
I would say,
In the first hour of the game.
Yeah, he's the goat.
I mean, I will say he also had a Eagle English dub as well.
But did he sound more goblin-like?
Yeah.
But there is a reason for that, which you're never going to get to. But
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Also,
Mr.
a
Hamker.
lot of the stuff was weird in the game, but I when I got to play it, I liked it.
Yeah.
5 minutes tops.
It's like the moment that the real Persona experience when you have to decide what you're going to do for a day. When something isn't just like mandatory, just like
Yeah, because
on
I felt like
rails.
this.
Reach a moment where you wake up and you're like, what do I want to do today?
Yeah, and it's also like you have to finish this castle within this many days, and you can choose to tackle the days in different ways.
Oh, it's time management.
It's time management, a video game.
Yeah.
It would feel characters and romance them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that kind of stuff doesn't really interest me. There's no game.
Actually, there is.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So by choosing characters, and you could just be like choosing characters, when you reach like not all characters are playable, but like every character brings you certain benefits.
Oh, that's cool. Then.
Like in terms of like the gameplay mode.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes
it's kind of like in Pokemon, right? Like you know how there's like different types.
Yeah.
So in Persona, there's also different types, and each character levels up a certain type of Persona. So if you like certain types of personas to play with, then best be choosing a certain character that levels them up. Yeah.
But also some characters, even if they aren't playable in the game, every persona gives you sometimes they unlock new gameplay mechanics.
I swear these
that
are
makes
not real
fights
people,
a little
bro.
bit easier.
Yeah.
Some other
am
people make
convinced.
it easier for you to you know, buy stuff. I can't remember what every character does, but
Just, yeah, I can't. I would love to.
yeah.
I'm sure if there was a 10-hour version of this, full experience, I remember watching a streamer one time. I can't imagine just because when I play games, it's almost like space is almost taking up by what game I'm playing.
Yeah.
Because like right now I'm playing Satisfactory a bunch.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm playing right now, and I'm not done with it. And so
obviously.
I know I would get. I'm the kind of guy who would take 30 hours into a game, leave it for a month, and then come back.
You can't do that with just
Really? Okay.
because it's too much.
To this game, you have to play it.
If you start a Persona game, dedicated.
What year did it come out?
2017.
Yeah,
the original P5.
Yeah, I like
That
2016.
that sounds about right.
Something like that.
menus, all the cutscenes. I loved all the order animations and the
Visually, it's
visually it's really cool. It's interesting because you think of then when you see like the 3D world, you're like, oh yeah, it does feel 2015.
Yeah.
Like it looks 2015.
Yeah.
I love it. I just 4 hours.
And also 100 hours. Did you play Royal?
That's the PC version?
That's the long.
It's end.
It makes it longer.
there's 2 extra.
Yeah.
Because they introduce a pivotal character at the very beginning.
Yeah. So we get to the. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't played Royal, so.
It's after the first dungeon you meet.
What's the
Royal is probably.
Yeah.
It's like the director's cut.
Yeah, I would say so as well. That's the reason I haven't played it. The same reason. So much time. It's not a stream-friendly game.
Everyone's
It's not something.
like, you know, if someone comes in an hour 80 of Alpha, they don't understand the game.
Yes.
They don't need
This is only for the real.
Yeah.
I don't know who's romance. I don't know who's done. Like, it's like.
And if you've never seen the game, can you fill me in on 50 hours of the last 50 hours of gameplay?
These are not real games.
But anime fan, like, I almost felt like it was my job. Especially when it came out. It was telling me almost everything I wanted. You know?
Right.
It was
Yeah.
like weeb shit. It was a long game. It was cool. It had so much Japan life.
Yeah, but here's
Yeah.
the thing, Connor. The before you get to that stage, you got to complete level 0, which is liking and respecting visual novels.
how much like what when people play Persona, how many of those people do you think are like percentage-wise that are like just love Japan and like want to like?
Bruh, Revolution.
I'd say a
Brr.
I mean, overseas players, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that Persona is basically just it's like playing an anime, basically.
Yeah.
You are playing at the same time a high school romance, a slice of life, and
Shonen.
and also a shonen action. It's like all of those things combined into one with the same tropes that you probably, made you
Right.
an anime fan in the first place. And you just basically get
This
to
time you get to write the story.
you
What
get to
can I
write
find?
the story.
Should I open the case?
I mean, overall, didn't have that much fun
Yeah.
with it, but I think that's more of a
I suppose more of a time investment thing.
it's a time.
Yeah.
thing.
Even
I
as a
wouldn't get
Persona
anything.
fan, I know that I will need at least 3-4 hours to actually get into this game. Because when I played Persona 3 Reload, I was like, okay,